Hello, good morning from London, where I'm making this video from, and good afternoon from Hammad International Airport, where we're going to be doing this Fly Dubai 8 flight from Doha to Dubai International. We're going to be flying with the PMDG737-800 in Fly Dubai colors, and flight number for today is Sky Dubai 8. We're going to be cruising at flight level 23,000 feet or flight level 230. Flight time is roughly about 45 minutes, and we should be there very soon as we start. So let's jump in the cockpit. We're going to go over to overhead panel, get our master battery switch on, emergency exit signs can come on, and then we'll get ground power on. As you can see, that's available. Once that's done, we're quickly going to do our flows. Let me get my camera speed up. There we go. So we're going to make sure our landing gear is down. 3 greens are showing. Then on the overhead panel, same should be showing as well. Flaps should be in the up position. And once that's done, we can quickly go and do our fire test. So we're going to do our left side fire test, all good. Right side, all good. Let's do our script test, 1 and 2, lovely. And our manual gear extension box should be all down and stowed away. After that, we're going to make sure our circuit breakers are in, and I mean, I haven't touched them, so there's no point or there's no reason for them to be out. Emergency escape rope should be all stored away as well on both sides, lovely. And let's do flight recorder test. This light should illuminate. There we go. Mag speed warning test number 1 and 2, lovely. That's all good. And usually the stall stick should shake when we're doing the stall test, but it apparently needs to wait about 4 minutes before we can do this. So we'll probably come back to it in a bit, but I am pressing the button, as you can see, but nothing's happening. So we'll come back to it, and you'll guys see what happens. So then we're gonna align our IRS left to nav, right to nav, lovely. That's done. Let's go down and move to our light test. So light test is all good. All the enunciator lights should be coming up. Beautiful. Now that's done, we can go and do our oxygen test. Lovely, oxygen test is all good. So let's get our panel lights up quickly, and the pedestal lights. We're not flying on VATSIM, but we'll follow the VATSIM rules anyway. 1228 on Unicom, and squawk can go to 2000. And our TCAS can come to standby for now. Alright, so we're gonna go to FS sections over here and do all the loading up. And actually, while we do that, let's quickly request our boarding now, and also request catering. So we're gonna move to our fuel. We're gonna have to still manually fill everything up because GSX doesn't have the compatibility to do everything everything progressively, so we're gonna still have to put the numbers in. So let's go to SimBrief panel. Really handy tool. You can handy tool, sorry. You can grab this free from flysim.to. Just go there and type SimBrief panel, should pop up. Drop it in your community folder and you're good to go. So fuel, as you can see, we're gonna go down to our weights. So we got fuel of 5.4 tons, so 5,400 kilos. Put that in, and crew, yes, we'll board the crew as well. Then we're going to go to payload. and put our zero fuel weight, which is 60.2. Plug that in there, and that should roughly put our passengers numbers, etc. I know this is not 100% accurate, but you know, still does the zero fuel weight etc. accurately. Okay, once that's done, we're going to go to FMC over here, pausing it. We are Oscar Tango Hotel. Don't worry about the gate, you don't have to put the gate number in. Go to next page, grab GPS left position by clicking the button, set IRS position. Lovely. Origin, Hammad, and let's go to our Dubai ICAO, which is Oscar Mike Delta Bravo. Flight number for today, as I told you guys before, will be Flight Dubai 8. So we're going to put the ICAO and the number, and that will be Foxtrot Delta Bravo 8. And ICAO is Foxtrot Delta Bravo, and the call sign for this is Sky Dubai. So this is our routing, as you can see right here. We're going to go to our departure. We're going to be departing out of runway 17 left. Alsim to Mike departure. There we go. Route, activate, and execute. If I just quickly show you guys the meta for Hammad, you guys will see that the winds are 110 at 9 knots, hence why we chose the runway 16. QNH 1014. Lovely. We'll move over to our Navigraph as well and grab the flight plan in here. Quickly unload this. I'm going to delete all of them. There's no point having all of them in there. Import from SimBrief. Import that, and we'll quickly get our approach charts and put 16 left. We're going to be landing at 35, if I'm not mistaken. 30, sorry. So let's go to 30 left. We're going to be doing Cat 1 landing, so hence why the first chart. You can also get the meta from Navigraph chart. So if you click on an airport and go to information and weather, it gives you all the information over here. And airport elevation for Hammad is 13. So that's all good. And our runway heading is 156. We'll need that information in a second. Alright, let's go to next page and put in our rest of our plan in. So Alsam to Mike will take us to Alsam. Then we're going to go Lima 305 in our via, which will take us to Int'l. So India Tango Bravo Uniform Lima. From Int'l Mike 677, and that will take us to Vutib. Beautiful. And then from there we're gonna go to arrival ILS 30 left into Vutib 3 Charlie. There we go. And let's see if we need a transition for this. So if we go over to our charts here, Vutib 3 Charlie, as you can see this is Vutib 3 Charlie, and gonna come into 30 left. Do we need a transition? And at the moment I think it's showing us Uluco transition. Not that I can see. Oh, Uldot, yeah. I will grab Uldot transition because it is showing in there. So Uldot transition. Move over to legs page, make sure there is no discontinuity in the flight plan and nothing is there. All good. Once that's done, press init ref, go to index and perf. So here we're going to enter rest of the information such as cost index and whatnot. So our reserves are 2.4, cost index 60. This is not the correct cost index. You can definitely search it up on the internet. I just didn't bother to look it up, to be honest. So cost index 60, and cruise altitude is going to be 230. We'll plug that in, And our transition altitude, again, let's have a look. And transition altitude should be here, which is 13,000 feet. So we're going to put 13,000 over here. And then cruise winds are 036 at 14 knots. 036 degrees, 14 knots. Zero fuel weight, as we had put it up in here. So what we can do, double click this button and put zero fuel weight in, and the gross weight and the CG. Lovely. That's all done. So I use a online software for our performance called virtualperformancetool.com. It's a paid subscription monthly, so I use that for my calculations. We just put our airport in and the runway, etc., and it calculates everything for us. So I'm just quickly going to do that, and you guys can have a look outside and see what's happening. As you can see, passengers are boarding, which is lovely to see. Quickly have a look at the weights. 65.6 tons, so 65,600. CG is 25.4. So plug those numbers in. So that gives us a cell temp of 36, D rate of 22. So let's go to N1 page. Cell temp 36, D rate of 22. Let's go to takeoff. We're going to be doing flaps 5. Get our CG 25.4 and trim is 5.12. So our V1 is 142. VR is 142 as well. And our V2 is 147. So as you can see, it's pretty accurate inside the EFB as well. Sorry, inside the M.2 of keep confusing Airbus, but sorry, this is not M.2, this is FMC. So FMC, we got 141, 141, 146, but in our online performance tool, it gave us 142, 142, 147, which is just a one number difference. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference, to be honest, so it's pretty accurate inside the FMC as well of the PMDG. You can always use this if you don't have the paid version of the performance calculator. That works too. So that's all good. We're going to put our V2 speed now, so 147 can go in there. Lovely. So while all of that is happening, we're going to do the rest of the overhead panel now. So navigation is on both for all of them. That's all good. And fuel pumps, we're going to get all the fuel pumps on now. Beautiful. We're quickly going to do a crossfeed test. This light will go bright and then dim like that, and it should bright and go off. Lovely. So that's all good. AC/DC, as you can see, we've got on ground power and it's on battery over here. Our amps are showing absolutely fine, and seatbelt sign, cabin utility is on as well. Moving down, everything's looking in order over here, and for this we're going to get our panel brightness up. Beautiful. We don't need circuit breakers up because it's daytime. It's just the panel brightness gives us a good look around the buttons and stuff. So equipment cooling is normal. That's all good. We're going to get our no smoking signs on. Seatbelt signs can come on as well now, because fueling is done, so you can get all of these on. Wipers are both at parked, and our ground is ignition is on off. Moving up, let's get window heat up, and we're going to get probe heat as it is for now, and we're going to get our hydraulic pressures pumps on, and with that we'll get yaw damper on as well. Let's go down, and that's all looking in order. Trim is on, circ fans auto, left and right packs can come on now, and we're going to leave the isolation valve as it is, which is open. APU bleed should be off, and our engine bleed should be on. We're going to enter the flight altitude, which is 23,000 feet, and let's get our landing elevation, which is... So for that, we just enter the airport elevation 62. So we're just gonna put this at 50 because it only does the increments of 50. So we just have 50 in there. Once all of that is done, we're gonna make sure that our pressure is all on auto and it's normal. And let's get our APU started up. Lovely. APU is coming up. And if you want, you can always go back and have a listen to that bad boy spooling up. As you can see, our catering is done. Hence why we're getting a message to close the doors. But it'll close itself anyway. Lovely. APU is spooling up nicely, and we can confirm that by having a look on EGT. As you can see, EGT is going to come between about 4 to 200 RPM, and then we'll get our APU gen illuminated. And once that comes on, there we go. We'll just wait about 1 minute, and then we'll get our APU bleed on. Okay, while all of that is happening, what we can do, actually, we can get rest of the things moving. I think our boarding is almost complete as well. Alright, boarding is complete, so we're gonna quickly jump up and get our APU bleed on. Beautiful. And let's go. We can get the QNH to hectopascals, and which is 1014. We're gonna get our airport elevation to 13 or 13. Beautiful. With that, let's get the ND display to zoom 10. We'll get our traffic radar on. VO1 and 2 doesn't really work, so we're going to get them off. There's no point having those on. Make sure that our ISIS is on 1014 as well. Then we're going to move over here. We're going to get runway heading, which is 156. Do the same on our course bug here. 156. Lovely. Let's get flight director left and right on, and we'll get auto brakes to RTO. Beautiful. And I'm gonna get initial clearance out of LSIM, and it should be, does it give us LSIM clearance? Okay. Initial clearance will get 5,000 in. Beautiful. So speeds are looking good, everything else is looking good. Alright, let's request our push and start now. So push and start's coming up, and we'll get our APU gen left and right on. Let's go down. We're gonna go and get rid of our ground power unit, and we'll get our parking brake set. And remove the chokes as well. Alright, let's go to FMC, take off, and over here we'll get the main routing page. Lovely. That's all good now. We're going to be getting our pushback very soon.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So we're taking runway 16 left, and that's down that side there. I do have FS traffic on currently. It's not VATSIM, it's the generic live traffic by FS traffic. So hopefully we won't get any alerts while we're taxiing or taking off. We'll get an option soon, and we'll do quick edit push. So gens on, we'll get anti-collision lights on, and we're going to have to get packs left and right off for the engine start only. There we go, quick edit and push. Let's go up, and we're going to move probably somewhere down here. There's a taxi, so let's take it down here and move into correct direction. Because you're using your keys, it takes a lot of time sometimes to get it correctly. Lovely.
Release parking brakes.
Alright, so anti-collision lights on. Okay, we're gonna start our estimated clock on and release the parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Beautiful. This Hammad International Airport, by the way, guys, is a freeway from flysim.to. It's a really beautiful freeway. Definitely recommend it. There are a couple of things that you might need to download extra on top just to get this ground clutter, etc. But it's completely your choice. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I decided to download those as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to start our engine number 2, which is on this side. So we'll go to overhead panel, move the ignition to ground for engine number 2, and with that we can see our N2 is rising. Once that goes past 25%, we'll introduce our fuel for engine number 2, which is right here. 24, 25, introduce the fuel, and we can quickly go outside and have a look at our lovely engine spooling up. There we go. You can hear the vibration and that loud roar of the engines. Beautiful. Engine number 2 is a good start. Let's start engine number 1 now. Power to ground 1. Same thing over here. Watch the N2.
Set parking brakes.
Brakes set.
Waiting your confirmations for a good
Engine number 1's
start.
coming on. And let's give them confirmation for good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, they're disconnecting, but what we can do now, we can get our flaps to 5 for takeoff, which is coming on now, and trim is 5.12, so we're going to set that up over here. Got it set up on my yoke, 5.12, just about there, should be okay. Our engine number 1's coming on as well. Beautiful. Let's continue. Flaps are set. Both engines are looking good. Beautiful. We can move our ignition to continuous for engine number 2 and 1. Gen 2 and 1 can come on. Beautiful. And with that, we'll get APU off. Move over here, probe heat can come on, and then we'll get our left and right packs auto again. Isolation valve auto, and APU bleed can go off. Once we see the lovely lady with the pin, then we'll get our taxi lights and start taxiing. Quickly show you the taxi chart and taxi routing for this. So we're right here. We're going to be taking Echo 3, then move over left onto Charlie, and then move over to, actually no, we'll move Echo 3, then left onto Charlie, then right onto Alpha 4, then taxi all the way up to holding point Alpha 11 via Bravo. That's what we'll do. Right, there she goes, and let's get our taxi lights on. Everything's looking good. Yes, it is. Recall check. Yeah, everything's normal there. Alright, parking brake released. Our engines to about 30%, so we can start moving. Lovely. I'm sure a lot of you know that taxi speed normally is max 30 knots, not more than that. So we'll try to target that speed. Take this right here. Y Alpha 4. And onto Bravo. All the way down to Alpha 1-1. Beautiful colors. Really like this livery as well. Can't wait for Max to come out by PMDG, so we can fly those fly-by Maxes and a lot of other airliners that use Max now. Really nice after that downfall it had because the stupidity of Boeing not training their pilots properly. Anyway, that's all political. We'll leave that to another day. Right now, let's focus on taxiing. So yeah, with this airport, you've got the Doha airport there as well. That's sorry, Doha city. That's all modelled with the scenery as well. A couple of A350 parked up here. We've got another, I believe that's an A330 by Turkish. Alright, so we're just passing Alpha 10 and Alpha 11 will be the next right turn there. There's the Qatar Airways hangar. We're going to move our TCAS to TA-RA. Quickly hold short over here so you can get our landing lights on. Run internal flights can come on, strobes can go on as well. Lovely. And auto throttle, LNAV and VNAV and LNAV can come on. As you can see, we're not taking the whole runway, just going to be doing a bit of an intersection. Right, let's get the chrono on. Nose pressure down. Thrust can move to 40%. Rolling takeoff. 40% stabilized. Toga. N1 Toga green. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots, nose pressure neutral. U1 rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Beautiful takeoff. Let's follow our flight directors. Flights 1. Let's make that nice left-hand turn now. And with that, we'll get autopilot on. Command 1 is on. Let's climb to our cruise altitude of 23,000 feet for today. Lovely. Let's get flaps up. Beautiful. Feet. With that, let's go to our ignition switches can come off, taxi lights can go off, and we'll get our gear position to off. Auto brakes can come to off position as well. What we are going to do, we're going to go direct go blue, so it bypasses the restriction we had at 5,000 feet. We'll zoom out and look at the rest of the flight plan. But yeah, if you go to our progress page, we should be down in Dubai at 9:56 Zulu, and current time in Zulu is at 09:04, which means we should be down in about 52 minutes in Dubai. 7,000 feet coming up. Once hit 10,000 feet, we'll get landing lights and seatbelt signs, etc. off. And QNH and barrel will reset at 13,000 feet, which is the transition altitude. Alright, 9,400 feet. $10,000 and with that, let's go up. Landing lights off, runway turn-off lights off, seatbelt signs, no smoking signs off as well. Auto. So yeah, everything else is looking good. We'll move the heading to current heading 063. Alright, so I'm gonna leave you guys here. Enjoy some cruise cinematics, and while that happens, I will get prepared for our arrival as well. So you guys enjoy the cruise cinematics, and I'll prepare for the descent. Take care, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back. As you can see, we are currently cruising at 23,000 feet, and we're about 58 nautical miles away from our top of descent. Let's go to our descent page and prepare for our descent. We're going to go to forecast and get our transition level, which is 15,000 feet. And if we go to our our sim brief panel and get it up, we'll go down to our weather page so we can get the latest weather for our Dubai International. QNH for that airport is 1014. So we're going to plug 1014 over here, execute that, and then we'll move up to our winds. So top of climb winds are 345 at 11 knots, but when we go to descent winds, we're going to plug in fly level 200. Then we'll go to fly level 100, and then we'll also go to our final descent altitude, let me quickly have a look, which should be 7,000. So we'll go to 7,000. What we're going to do for this is we're going to get the winds from our normal ATIS. But for now, let's go to top of climb, top of descent winds, I can't say the words. So top of descent 0 to 9 degrees at 19 knots. Then we have flight level 100 at 100 degrees with 18 knots of wind. And with the flight level 7,000 or 70, we're going to get winds at variable winds at 4 knots. So we're going to put 360 at 4 knots. There we go. Execute those. That's our descent page done, but only partly because we're going to go to init ref now. We got our V speeds for arrival. We're going to do flaps 30 landing. And as you can see, we have current fuel is 3.7. Our estimate of fuel should be 2.7 at our arrival airport, which gives us difference of 1 and 63.9 minus 1 will give us 62.9. So we're going to plug that number in there. We'll get final V speeds for our arrival. Flaps 30 gives us 145 knots plus 5 knots of wind correction. So final speed will be 150 knots. Here is our ILS frequency and the course. So ILS 30 left will be frequency 111.30 decimal 30. So 111.30, and our course is 299. So we're going to plug that in over here. 299. Lovely, that's done. And auto brakes, because we have a quite good length airport, so we're going to get auto brakes. I'll get about auto brakes 2, so that should be all good. Let's get current heading 073. What we can do, we can have a look at our final altitude, which is 2000 for localizer and our ILS. So usually you'd obviously descend what ATC tells you to, but we're just going to descend ourselves. So I'm just going to put firstly fly level 070, and then we'll move down progressively to 2000 feet. So 070, there we go. What that does basically, once we hit top of descent, which is this mark right here, let me zoom in. There we go. It'll start descending itself. We don't need to hit any buttons or anything like that. So that's why you put that to lower altitude. So if you profile up, if you done everything correctly in your FMC, you should get automatic descent once you hit top of descent. So yeah, auto brakes 2, fly level 070 set. Our course for runway is set to 990 for arrival runway, and our frequency 111.30 is set as well. On the overhead panel, there's nothing much to do. Just going to make sure that pressure is all good and it's on auto, and all our lights, required lights, are on as well. Recall, nothing to worry about, all good. What we can do, we can get our QNH 1014 in here for standby, and our minimums for 30 left will be 260. So we're going to plug 260 in our barrel. These will be our minimums. There we go, 260. Press reset, so that goes away. 1014 is on standby anyway. And there you can see our VREF speeds and the flight as well. Currently we've been up in the air about 21 minutes now, and not long to go. 15 miles for our top of descent, and we'll wait and watch the magic happen once we hit top of descent. Alright, welcome back ladies and gents. As you can see, we are just at 10,000 feet now, or descending down to 10,000 feet. And speed restriction is 230 knots. We're going to hit speed intervention and keep that as it is. Let's go upstairs. Gonna get landing lights on, runway turn off lights can come on as well. No smoking and seatbelt signs can go on, and our pressurization is all good. Moving down, we're gonna get some fixes in. So runway 30 left. Gonna get 10 miles fix, and then we'll get a 6 miles fix and a 3 miles fix. The reason I get 3 miles is by 3 miles I should be fully configured. Nothing should be left to do, and we should be descending down to our runway. And over here, gonna go to init ref and make sure that our speeds are as they should be. Currently, as you can see, 63.4, and we're expecting this to go down to 62.9. Everything else is as it should be. We got our QNH 1014 and minimums 260 are in as well. And it's showing we're 22 miles away from the runway, but obviously we're going to do a long U-turn and then come down that side. We can also get our 2000 altitude. I'm actually going to leave it at 3000. Let's see if there is a 3000 in there. So we've got 3,300, so we'll get 3,300 or 3,400 actually in there. Speed 230 knots is absolutely fine for now. We're not going to change that. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to get some speed brakes in and also go to level change, get the speed down to 220. With this, we'll just vector ourselves in a bit early for the landing rather than go all that big U-turn. Beautiful. There's our airport down there. What we can do, you can go to our GSX menu now and see what gate will be suitable for us. Let's bring up SimBrief quickly. There's our airport, and we're going to be landing on 30 left. So 30 left, we'll have to possibly go. Can we go to Concourse A maybe, or B? We'll go to B actually. We'll go to Concourse B. For Bravo 6, Bravo 9, etc. So go to Bravo 9. Emirates, yes, we'll choose Emirates. Actually, let's see if we can go to another one, because Bravo 9 is quite far. So we'll see if we can go to Bravo 21 right. Yes, 21 right is absolutely fine. Yeah, 21 right is fine. Take the speed down to 210 knots. Heading 119. We got flaps 1 in. So once we reach our altitude 3,400, we will then make a right turn and intercept the localizer. As you can see, we've got to go past Uldut and then we can do that. And currently Uldut is right here, because we're going to be 3,400, so we'll have to go past Delta Bravo 505, intercept the localizer, and ILS the glide path, sorry. Alright, speed, alt acquired green. It's all lovely. Right, do you know what? Quick change of mind. We're gonna go down to 2,000 feet. And with that, what we can do, we can intercept the localizer and glide slope right here, rather than, because Delta Bravo 505 is almost making a full U-turn, so we'll just intercept it about making that right turn. Over this area, as you can see, these little things, they're usually, I believe, these are what Desert Safari, if you've done Desert Safari, you'll see there's a lot of them there. They're usually for night functions and stuff. So 2,500. Let's zoom in a bit more. And let's make that right hand turn. We'll go ahead and select. Heading 201. And we'll also hit our approach button. So our VO lock and glide slope is on. Look at that. Beautiful desert. Go heading at 250. As you can see, our localizer diamond and glide slope diamonds are on. Viewer lock should be green in a second. There we go, viewer lock green. Gonna make that final turn for our localizer. There's our runways right there. We'll quickly have a look at go around altitude as well. The go around climb direct to Delta Bravo 707, then on track 284 to Agnot, hold at 3000 feet. 30 minimums for missed approach climb gradients. Lovely. The minimums are absolutely fine. Missed approach climb gradient minimum is 2.8. Cool. So once we get glide slope captured, then we'll start our final speeds and go set the go around altitude as well. Currently got crosswinds coming at 027 45 degrees. Alright, we're just about to hit our 10-mile fix, so we're going to get the speed down to 180 knots. Flaps 5. Gusty winds. Should be okay. Oh, winds are really bad. It's gusting at the moment, as you can see. It's gone from 4 to 12 knots now. Let's drop our gear down. It's having to correct so much. God knows how we're gonna land. Let's take the speed down to 160 knots now. This is really bad. Look at these crazy winds. Glide slope is green. Flaps 10. 3000 feet go around altitude set. Flaps 15. Make sure our final speed 145, we'll get 150 as final speed. Let's get 150 on final, and current heading at 299 for our runway as well. Beautiful. Alright. Flaps 25. What is going on with this plane, man? It's not even that bad. Okay. And flaps 30. We're gonna have to take manual control. I have control. 1000 feet. Checked. auto throttle disarmed as well. Good luck with this landing, ladies and gents. Make sure you're in brace position already.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
Sync rate.
Oops.
Sync rate. 20.
That sync rate went down really quickly.
10.
Hold. Nicely down. That sync rate was crazy. Don't know how it went down so quickly. $80 knots, we'll get manual braking in. Reverse is stowed. Take this next exit. Oops, bit of stutter there. Auto brakes off. We can go to, we're gonna go Concourse B, which is right there. We're gonna continue here. Let's go up. Landing lights can come off, run internal lights off. We'll get auto brake APU on. We didn't get taxi lights on, ladies and gents. We forgot that. And neither did we hit our ignition continuous. I think that that crazy winds definitely took our attention away from a couple of other things. But yeah, we're down. We can stop the chrono now. Get the speed back to 100. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We definitely got a better out of it, but yeah, that wind definitely pushed us down really badly. But we're all safe and sound now. Bravo 2 on right is all good. We're gonna take this left turn now on to Mike. Bravo 2 on right is on the other side of this concourse, so that's where we're going to be going. Yeah, thank you all very much for staying with us, and if I can please ask you guys to hit that like and that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. That would be absolutely awesome. Continue our taxi now. And 2 on right should be just on this side over here. You can see we've got device skyscrapers in the distance there. You can get taxi lights off. APU is on, so we'll get APU gen on. And also get APU bleed on actually. Master caution. Get that off. This is Bravo 25. 2 on right is just there. 2 323, yes, and 21 right is there. So it should be. There's our marshal there. I thought we said 2-1 right, but this one seems to be 2-1 left, but we'll park on there anyway. Alright, that's all good. Parking brakes can come on. We can request the deboarding now.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
Well, I know, but let's just change it. See if you can change it. Because it didn't show 2-1 right. So 2-1 left. Yes, that's where we'll be. No. Ah, okay. That's telling us to go further on the other side first. So good. Let's stop the engines quickly. Engines are coming down. We'll wait for N1 to go below 10% so we can get the beacon lights off. Lovely. Anti-collision lights can come off. And let's request deboarding. Lovely. Ladies and gents, thank you all so much for staying with us for this lovely flight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That windy conditions definitely added to a bit of an adventure at the end. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you hit that like and the subscribe button. And I will see you on my live streams, which I do pretty much every day, apart from 3 days where I'm working late. I don't stream, but other than that, I will see you guys on Wednesday for my next stream. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and love, guys. Thank you.